Hey, what's going on, family? Welcome back to the Make a Buck with a Truck podcast. It's your boy Big Mike right back at you. So today we're talking about Freight Fridays. Freight Fridays. We right back with Freight Fridays. And on Freight Fridays, what we do is we give you an opportunity to learn the dispatching game. We're giving you all the information for free. I do have a dispatching course. It's a little bit more intricate, but you're going to get this game, as I told you. So last week, I told you that I was going to give you an opportunity to give you some tactics and strategies in order to be able to get into the dispatching game to find your first carrier. Okay, so when you want to find your first carrier, it's one of the most difficult things to do. Okay, because you got to think about it. Carriers are not just calling dispatchers and be like, hey, I need a dispatcher. No, it's your job to go out and find your carrier. So what you want to do is you want to continue to be diligent in your efforts and go out and find that carrier that's going to be best for you. All right. So there's different industries, different niches within the industry with itself. So you got hotshot drivers, which is really popular right now. They're paid for dispatchers. You got reefers. You got flatbed drivers. You have drive-in drivers. You have oversized drivers. So if you can go out and put yourself in a specific niche, it'll be great. But you also have the ability to do all of them. So, but you have to keep it organized. You have to be very diligent in your efforts when it comes to being organized to separate your carriers. So if you got a flatbed driver over here, you're going to do a different search on the dashboard than you would for a drive-in driver. So if you try to put them all together, just check all of them, you're going to come up with a whole bunch of loads and you're going to be confused. So what I would suggest you do is make sure that you start out in one specific niche, work that niche until you get it down, and then move on to another carrier, okay? Drive-in is the most popular because there are more drive-ins that are flatbeds and oversized and all that. So you want to make sure that you get you a specific niche, stay in that niche. Now, as a marketing strategy, what I tell my students is to come up with your figure in your mind and then negotiate your rate from the broker. I said that last week, and I want to keep reiterating that because that's going to be what pulls your carrier in. All right. So when you're talking to your carrier, you're going to explain that to him. You're going to let him know, hey, listen, I'm going to negotiate my fee from the broker. That way it won't cost you any more than what you normally would pay. So you get all of your money, and all you have to do is pay me the fee that we'd agreed upon, but I'm going to negotiate that from the broker. That brings a carrier that, hey, what's in it for me? The carrier, what's in it for me is that you don't have to worry about paying my fee. I'm going to get that from the broker. That's a good marketing strategy. Be willing to go out to these truck stops, talk to the drivers, talk to the carriers. Hey, are you an owner operator? Yes, I'm an operator. Do you have a dispatcher? I don't need one. Well, I think you do. And you let them know, again, what's in it for them. I'll free up your time. You don't have to worry about getting up in the morning looking for a load. I'll make sure you got that. And what it does is that it removes the responsibility from them and to give them the opportunity to be able to drive hassle-free. All right. And then the more services that you can offer as a dispatcher, back-end office services, like sending paperwork to their factoring company, making sure that their ADP is set up. There's so many things that you could do as a back-end office. Being willing to stay up and call for breakdowns and stuff like that. Call for good research, the good repair specialists, so that they can be able to come out and help your driver. So you offer those different services. It sets you apart from all the other dispatchers, because a lot of people just want to find a load, get your load, go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? I'll call you, don't call me. One of those type of situations. But you want to be really accessible and really available for your carrier. And what it does is that it opens you up to be better than everybody else. Now, the best way to be able to get yourself out there is by word of mouth. But you also have social media. You make sure that you leverage Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Don't forget about LinkedIn. You're providing a professional service, so it's a business that you have. And you never know that there's a trucking company out there that needs a dispatcher, and you can work from home, set your fee, and they pay you on a 1099 basis. There you go. That's the way you look at it. So these are some strategies and tactics that you can use, okay? Like I said, we get a little bit more intricate within the dispatching course itself. But I'm going to give you one more tip, one more trick. What you can do is you can go onto the DAT board, sign up for the DAT board, get DAT power. It costs you $150. All right. So when you get that $150, you go ahead and buy this DAT board because it's going to be instrumental to your business. So it'll let you know that where a truck is posted. So that lets you know that's a carrier that's looking for a load. You go ahead and find them a load, then you call a carrier and let them know, hey, I see you're looking for a load at XYZ. I found you one at so and so and so and so. I'm a dispatcher. Would you care to work for me? Would you care to work with me? Oh, well, I do need that load. Well, let me send you over this dispatcher carrier agreement. So when you do that, now you just secured him as a client. One of the best ways to do this. All right. So go ahead and invest in your business, invest in yourself, and move forward with this dispatching game. Is one way that you can get into the game. And if you're gonna need a DAT board anyway. So if you got your own DAT board, you don't have to use your carriers. But if you don't have the money for that, go ahead and find you a carrier. Ask them, do you have DAT? If they do have DAT, or Trucker's Edge or Truck Smart or whatever they use, and you ask them to give you access to it. Once they give you access to it, then you work directly for them. However, if you get another carrier who doesn't have a load board, you can still use that load board, because the load board is not unless it's Truck Smarter, the load board is not confined to that one carrier. Okay, so that's your game for today. Check it out. Freight Dispatching Elite digital course. You're welcome to join it, but I'm gonna give you this information like I told you for the free 99. You know what I'm saying? So let's get in it. Let's move. Let's go and make a buck with a truck.